Hello movie lovers, Bob for Bob's movie review here, and today I want to review for you guys a movie I just had the pleasure of watching in theaters called Happy Death Day to You. Be sure to click subscribe and click on the bell icon to be notified whenever I upload great new content. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to show it some love and give it a like rating. So as I stated, this one is in theaters now. It is the sequel to the movie that I think was pretty well perceived, Happy Death Day. I know I liked it. I went back and I was looking at my review score. I think I may have underrated it a little bit. I haven't rewatched this movie, but I seem to think it's better than maybe I scored it. So now we have Happy Death Day 2. I was really excited for this one. It had a really cool trailer. Although they kind of wrapped up the movie in the first one, they decided to go back and revisit the story, based on its popularity. So this one's rated PG-13. It has a 1 hour and 40-minute runtime. It's listed as a horror. I don't get it. Mystery thriller. It is directed by Christopher Landon, and it has basically the same cast as the first one: Jessica Rothe, Israel Broussard, Phi Vu, Suraj, Sharma, Sarah Yarkin, and Rachel Matthews. So in the original one, Tree was reliving the same day over and over until she could figure out who was her killer. And so she does that. Spoiler alert, she does that. And so now in this movie, she starts off in the next day. It seems to have been passed on to Carter's roommate named Ryan. And he comes into there and he's like, I got deja vu. And then she's like, oh no, now you have it. And basically what ends up happening is she ends up getting kind of pushed back into the previous day, and she has to start all over. But she quickly realizes that things aren't quite like she remembered. There's a lot of changes and things going on. And but she does still have to figure out who the killer is. She does still reset the day every time she dies. She does keep reliving the same day over and over. However, this movie is very different, as there's no way you could call this a horror movie. I mean, it's not scary in any way. There's maybe a jump scare here and there, but I don't know. That's a stretch. I would call this more of like a sci-fi comedy romance. To be honest, that's like what I would call this movie. So they do kind of explain what happened, why she was reliving the same day over and over, which was kind of cool. They went back and explained, exactly how this all happened, because the first movie definitely left us wondering, well, what happened? Why was she reliving the same day over and over? Why would it reset every time she died? And so they do bring us an answer to that. For some reason, too, she also doesn't want to find out who the killer is. Like, instead of, like in the first one, investigating and trying different things and figuring out who the killer is, she just kills herself every day. I was like, okay, what is the point in that? To me, it was just such a weird idea. I didn't get it. So she ends up finding out that, well, there are many differences. Some of them are good, and some of them are not so good. And she kind of has to decide whether or not she wants to fix these differences or not, or keep them, like if the good outweigh the bad, or what exactly is happening. So for a score on this one, guys, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. I hear a lot of people already praising this movie, and it's not a bad movie. If it's a good movie. I definitely enjoyed the story, the characters, everything about this movie was a good movie, but to me, it doesn't feel like a sequel in the fact that it's not a horror movie anymore. For some reason, they've taken out all the horror aspect of it and made it, like I say, more like a comedy. They seem to be really concerned about turning this movie into a comedy, and I'm not really sure why. The audience at the screening I was at laughed a lot, and I know they add comedy to every genre now, but this was to the point where the movie was a comedy and no longer a horror movie. There is very little, like I say, suspense or horror or killing or any of that kind of stuff in this movie. There is, towards the end, one really cool kill that I really liked. It was really creative. I mean, you could see it coming, but it was just really fun, and I did like that kill. So, well, this is a good movie, and I definitely would recommend seeing it. I feel like a lot of people like myself are going to be disappointed in it, as it doesn't really live up to its predecessor. It doesn't live up to the trailer. It doesn't live up to this kind of different, unique horror movie. It just completely changed into a different genre, I guess. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, please be sure to give it a like or rating. If you haven't already, subscribe for more videos. Check out the Chess videos. Check out my website, BobsMovieReview.com. And I'll see you guys next time.